Monday morning, there's no more PAX. Whatever shall we do here in Australia? Well, we have a full day of getting as much Australian inside us as we can. We're going back to the Healesville Nature Sanctuary because it was wonderful. We went there a mere 2 years ago, and we're keen to see it again, quite frankly.
Well, we gave Beej and Ben a big list of things that were conceivable to do within 2 hours of Melbourne, and this is the one they picked. And I did tell them they had to leave the city, but I won't tell them where they need to go.
Yeah. So we're gonna directly interact with some wildlife, which I'm very excited about. And because we don't have an infant with us, we're going to be able to take a more meandering route on the way and
see some stuff and do
some
things.
Stuff and do things. Have a meat pie. Hey, what's up? It's Road Quest Season 2, Australia Edition.
Everybody in one car.
Budget cuts.
Driving on the wrong side of the road.
We're going out of town, because we've seen town.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lovely town.
Big.
There's plenty more that we could see in the town, but we want to go away from the town.
You say we've seen town, like we've seen more than an absolute, not even a sliver, a slivette of Melbourne, right? Mm-hmm. A sliver of a sliver. But at the same time, we're only here this is our last full day. This is basically our last day because our flight's at 11:30 in the morning tomorrow. I've only got mild convoys. Let's go. Experience a tiny drop of this country.
That was something I never talked about in the Aus vlogs when we were here before. That was a shot tower, which is to make a lead shot. You took molten lead and you dropped it that distance into water.
Oh.
Because on the way down, it would form a sphere. So it needed to be that tall, or else you wouldn't get a spherical lead shot at the bottom.
That's some old-timey architecture.
Yeah. We just got cut off by the fucking fanciest ute I've seen this whole trip.
Oh my god!
It's got a hard top on the truck bed.
In a normal color? I haven't. They're all orange and acid green and stuff like that. And it's no, I'm sorry.
He's making some aggressive lane changes
with no signals.
Good lord.
Well, the signal is I'm driving a ute. Get out of my way. I'm not using my blinkers.
Beach, what do you make of that bright orange Falcon with the hard top?
I would totally have that car.
I would ride with you in that car.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Because we've been shooting in 4K, just because why not, we've been using up SD card more quickly than normal. And so I need another SD card. And we're happening to stop at exactly the same place where we had to stop to get SD cards 2 years ago, which is this specific Woolworths. So hopefully they still sell them. Looking for something bigger than 16 gigs. This is exactly what happened last time. I had to buy 2 16 gig cards here. Remember last time?
No, I didn't come in the store.
No, but that I had to buy 2 because they only had 16 gigs.
Yes. Still?
It's the same.
Good.
We've decided to come back to a place that Kathleen and I came to years ago, to Grant's Picnic Ground, because it's beautiful. It's on the way to Healesville. It's just a lovely place to sit and have a meat pie, and you can feed the birds. And now, Ben, what What's your current relationship with birds?
So, birds always freak me out.
All right.
Because they got so many pointy bits.
That's correct.
They're 1/3 pointy bits.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to miss the opportunity to see cool new birds. I feel like the only way I'm going to be able to be comfortable with them is if I go around some of the sharpest, pointiest birds. And I imagine a couple of them are here. So, yeah.
So I'll prime you as best as I can.
Okay.
They're very large,
Okay.
heavier than they look.
Okay.
Cockatiels. They'll give you this metal dish full of birdseed, and they will be unabashed about coming up and hanging on the dish that you're holding while they eat.
And you have to hold them up.
And you're holding. If you go like what, then because they're heavy, then they'll fall off and flap away. They may, because this happened to me. It's not common because they're interested in the seed, which is in the dish that you're holding. They could land on your shoulder.
Okay.
With the pointy bits.
Yeah.
But you got this thick shirt.
Yeah.
So it's not going to hurt, but it could be startling.
I mean, most things in life are startling.
How much much allergy medication are you on?
So many I took 3 24-hour extra strength Claritin and 4 shots of this Nasex stuff in each nostril.
All right.
It's way more than the recommended dose.
So legally stoned Ben is going to have some birds up in his grill.
Yeah. Maybe that's the only way I can deal with animals in the first place.
It'll be fun.
Let's go face my fears. Woo!
What are you doing? Hey? Hello. Now, have you done this before?
No.
Never.
I've never, no.
Okay, now 2 hands. No, but yeah, hold it tight, all right? With the
Okay.
As you just found out.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, there you go. Enjoy.
Wow, okay, they know what's coming.
Yeah,
Mhm.
oh, they do. You're quite clever.
Uh-huh.
Please. Yes, thank you. Get on the tray.
I got talons in my hand.
And go right underneath is my plan.
Yeah,
Hello,
I should probably not
friends.
hooked my thumbs around like I thought. Hi.
Yeah, that looks tasty. Well, don't fight, friends. There's more than enough for everyone. And if you do want to fight, go over there.
Me and William H. Macy here, which is what I've named my bird, are just having a leisurely snack.
I understand why I want long sleeves around you guys. Beach, you're the bird dick.
Yeah, this is not so bad.
I've got a couple friends down below, too. Oh, hey. I appreciate that you stuck with me since the beginning, Kev. We've been on an adventure together, you and I. Okay, Greg's a little bit, yeah, I know, right? Greg, give some love for the other folks.
These two are about to have a scrap upon my person, and I don't know that I'm into that. How was that?
It was good.
Good.
There was not, like, I mean, I definitely got some marks on my hand.
Very, very pokey in places.
But they were nice. Like, I mean, obviously these are birds that are used to this, so, you know, they don't want to bite the hand that feeds, really. But this was not nearly as scary as I thought it was going to be.
Awesome.
They move erratically, but...
Yes, that's true. Because you're not allowed to pet them, but when they touch you, they're very soft.
Yeah.
Very soft.
If they get tight, it's just because they're really trying to hang on.
Yeah, I had one that was sort of gripping under my thumb and the back of my thumb knuckle.
Ooh, yeah.
And it was fine until it got startled. Then it was just like...
Yeah.
Yeah. When you see that there's a scenic lookout marked on the highway, there's a range of how that's going to turn out, but this is a good one. Kalarama Park. on Mount Dandenong.
This is not at all the Australia that or the cartoonish caricature of Australia I was given growing up as a kid. It's an actual place, not a land of sand dunes and wild dogs.
It's a Sylvan Reservoir we're looking at, I guess. There's apparently, you can go to Olinda Falls
We are...
here.
Oh.
So we're almost on the way out. We're at Healesville Sanctuary, and it is a beautiful sunny day. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. Basically the best weather we could hope for, and we're gonna go look at some Australian animals, and there's like a bird show where like eagles fly right over your head.
Sorry, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I
Wow.
think I'm good now.
I just
That
kind
sounds
of,
great.
I walked up to the thing and it's like, oh, you should see the flight show. And I'm like, sure, okay.
Highly recommended to
Great.
get buzzed by a hawk.
I
Is
can't
there-
wait.
Is there a bug area here?
There's a there's a butterfly garden at the Melbourne Zoo, but I don't know if there's a bug area here.
Cool.
That's
No,
okay.
That's great.
There are lizards, apparently. There's skinks.
Yeah,
In the look of the
lizards.
thing, there's a skink.
Sweet. Let's
So,
go check
yeah,
it out.
I'm in.
Here you guys go. Look at this. Apples. Other bits.
Oh, drop some of your apple there, friend. That one is just a dog.
I'm here to smash.
Let me smash.
The talons on the black-breasted buzzards are really strong, but their feet aren't quite big enough to wrap around an egg that size. Egg's a little bit slippery. She's going to need a little bit of help. I've got it right here. Plain old simple rock. Let's see what happens. Picks up the rock, lines up the egg. Here we go. Whoops. And again this time. All right, so she's picking up a rock. You got to do it again. The rock's behind you, darling. So she's picking up a rock, using it as a tool. There we go. Well done.
Perched up high in a tree, patiently waiting for nightfall.
All right, watch your head. Joining us here in the village right now. Here in Australia, we have 8 species of owl. 4 of those belong to the true owl family. And the true owls are things like the barn owl, with a very distinctive heart-shaped face. All right, I'm just being a bit silly here with Kevin. Got a really important question to ask him now. Can you face the front? Lots of people come along, see our presentation, say our birds of prey are really scary, not the parrots. Have a look at Kevin. Got a really big beak. I reckon he can be pretty scary. What do you think, Kev? Are you scary like a tiger? Big roar for a little bird. He's very scary. All right, finish that mouthful. You right? You ready? All birds are pretty cool. Done a great job, mate. You want to wave goodbye? Give him a big round of applause. Get out of here.
Hello.
Well, good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Hello. My name's Lulu. I'm your ranger. I'm going to introduce you to these beautiful kangaroos in just a moment. So I'm going to give you guys some food to make you more important, because I'm afraid it's not about friendship. It's all about food. You'll get some in a minute, all right? Yeah, the one on the left.
Hello.
Bring it closer, bring it closer.
So these kangaroos are the smallest breed of kangaroo. They're not a wallaby. These are the ones from Kangaroo Island. And apparently they're also the most calm of demeanor of species of kangaroo, which I assume is why they are the ones being used for this, though they do tell us not to feed the males. Oh!
Yep.
Getting grabby. I'm used to that from my cats.
So Penelope has a book about kangaroos, and the end of it is like, if you get really lucky, you might get to pet a kangaroo. Or in this case, pay 20 Australian dollars, which I highly recommend. So soft.
We did the thing.
We touched the kangaroos.
They were so fluffy.
Soft and friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they're
chill.
they're Kangaroo Island kangaroos, which means they've evolved without predators. So they don't know how to react to humans other than be like, oh, food, great, yum. Which is not what a normal kangaroo does, so that's why we touch those ones instead.
One of them put its hands up on me like a cat, being like, no, bring your hand to me.
Same to Ben, actually.
Yeah.
Can we get one for the office?
Right?
I'm going to get 2, one for each of my feet.
Ben,
Yes.
I want you to be happy.
Yeah.
I want you to remember this trip fondly for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I want you to have a golden gay time.
Well, I touched a kangaroo. I'm a mess of allergies because animals, but it was worth it. And now I want to have my first ever Golden Gate time. This is amazing.
Yeah, as far as like ice cream bars go, this is great.
Oh my god, Peach, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a golden gay time,
I
Beach?
do, but what I want to have is a salty Golden Gate time. Which means we're probably going to have to wait until we can get somewhere that would have a greater selection.
Your first mistake was not having a regular Golden Gate time. Because you could have this,
Yeah.
and you can compare later.
That's a good point. Probably can't buy a variety pack.
I mean, you could, but I don't think you could eat an entire variety pack before we leave tomorrow morning.
Exactly. No.
Fucking try me, bitch.
I
I came across very aggressive.
I mean, that's gonna be me and Graham with the beer tonight. We still have like 6, I think. So it's gonna be a fun time.
I decided to get the Golden Gate Time Sanga, which is an ice cream sandwich. But look at this engineering. It's cookie on the bottom, so you can hold it, and then you still eat this part like a bar with no stick. This is amazing. Ice cream technology from the future. I love it.
There goes Knuckles.
Goodbye.
You always seem to see their asses.
There's another one here. Oh, he's coming back, Ben.
You guys scared him away.
Whoa, this is the toes.
Yeah, he's walking on. They walk on their knuckles. You ever got so twisted you just pass out with only one arm on the branch?
That's some impressive bicep strength. Or I guess finger strength. Maybe it's like a combination of all of them. Good for them, though.
Koala over here, guys.
An awake koala.
It's so small. Yeah, that was great.
I understand why Australians have a joke that koalas are terrible killer drop bears now. Because if I heard that in the bush, I thought I was being hunted by a demon.
That's the sound that Predator makes.
Yeah.
Like, it's just back and forth from one. I swear the other one's gonna start up.
They're talking to each other.
They know the zoo is closing. They're
It's
like,
like night at the museum.
Oh, how's it going?
Good. I'm
Good.
Well, I'm a little bit of an allergy mess, but
Yeah,
I would do this all again in a heartbeat. This was worth it.
that's encouraging because Ben's been a bit of a mucus boy all day long.
Yeah.
It's all the problem is it's plants and animals is what you're allergic to.
Which is kind of a zoo or a sanctuary in a nutshell. So I mean, I knew what I was getting into. But
Yeah.
I've kind of narrowed it down to birds being like the bird areas were a lot worse.
Yeah.
I think it's just like them flapping around with all the down and stuff.
So maybe your fear of birds was your body psychomatically telling you avoid these.
Yeah. Get to the Kleenex, it'll keep you safe.
A terrific afternoon at the Healesville Sanctuary.
yeah, I like how we got there at like 12:30, and they were like, oh, you got loads of time before your kangaroo encounter. And it turns out we saw pretty much everything at the zoo, but we spent 4.5 hours there, and we could have spent longer.
Yeah. And Ben held strong.
Yeah.
He held so strong.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm like a koala now.
Can you hold it back for a sec? I got
you a present, Ben.
I got you a present.
Like I'll be like a koala.
Just like a koala.
You have to think a lot if you've done this swap. This is the first time I'm driving right-hand drive in a right-hand drive country. Everyone knows how to do this properly, and the things I'm noticing is the mirror on my left now, I don't even look at it all. Like I'm not even worrying about that mirror. Normally when I'm driving at home, I'm checking all my mirrors all the time. I can't seem to just glance over and look at it often enough. The rear view mirror in this car, because got a Toyota Yaris? Something like that. It's so small, the windshield is so small that the rearview mirror eats up a lot of my available viewing area. And on some of these little roads, my A-pillar has ended up blocking my view of the alternate, the other side of the road. So it's been a little challenging in places, but everyone's been real nice so far. And I haven't had to drive in the city yet, so we'll see how that goes.
They have a kangaroo loin fillet.
Oh yeah, they do. Look at that.
Sorry, fillet.
So right, fillet, because we're in Australia.
Yeah.
Served medium rare on a bed of creamy mash, green vegetables, and a red wine jus.
Mm-hmm.
Can you bring yourself to eat kangaroo after the afternoon we had?
Absolutely. Pet one today. Eat one tonight.
Yeah.
Buy one tomorrow.
I guess Australia cares way less about taking stuff out of the country.
It's true. They wouldn't, right? It's kind of like it's fine if you. I mean, if I'm gonna get one, I'll get a dead one. Put it on my feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
you want a pair of them.
I kind of want a pair of kangaroo leather boots, but you have to buy them here. You cannot.
Really?
Yeah, you cannot. They do not export it. You cannot export kangaroo leather,
I did not know that.
but you can certainly buy them and wear them away.
Well, I guess that's what we're doing tomorrow at Melbourne Airport.
It's like eating the tenderest beef, really, which is weird. But it arrived as a red meat, and it tasted to me like the tenderloin out of a T-bone. I really enjoyed it. I'd have it again.
As compared to beef, which is the closest comparison I'd make, I'd say it was a little gamier, but nowhere near as gamey as like elk or even moose or venison, certainly not. So a little bit gamier than beef. It was very lean. It was good, but I actually like a little bit more fat in my beef, so it's not something I'd like jump at the chance to eat again, but I'm glad I ate it. It was very well prepared. It was not the fault of the restaurant that I'm not like head over heels in love with Kangaroo.
Because 3 of us ordered the Kangaroo, but in fact they had only 2 Kangaroo steaks remaining. I decided to have the chicken parm, and it was a very good chicken parm. This is, for those not from Australia, chicken parm is a thing here. And this was a very, very good one. Ham and the cheese and the whole deal. I'm quite full, actually. Also, my beer was something called a furphy, which is just a kind of beer that no one's been adequately able to explain to me what it is. It's sort of like between a lager and a pale ale.
You know, it's a furphy.
But it's a
It's a furphy.
Yeah. Everybody I've said, I was like, what's a furphy? They're like, it's a furphy? So, yeah, this place is great though. Remember Ned Kelly from earlier? His mother lived or may have visited here once, apocryphally. So, update, we just finished dinner. And Google was like, alright, there's 2 ways to get back to the M3, and this one's 3 minutes faster. I fucking doubt it. And we, like 10 meters off the main road, all the asphalt went away. So now we're on this.
What is the, does it give you a set, like, in 300 kilometers turn here, like anything? Oh my god, that's a washboard.
Luckily, it's not like we can hit a moose or something. The biggest thing we could hit is one of those enormous kangaroo. I don't think, good God,
Over on this side.
I don't think they're around here. Good morning. It is Tuesday, Australian time. And soon we will be in Los Angeles on Tuesday as well. And by soon, I mean like 15 hours. But, well, actually 18 hours, but they don't let us, can't check in on the website because of stupid, so we have to be at the airport like 3 hours before our flight leaves.
Well, let's go.
We're at Melbourne Airport more than 3 hours before our flight leaves so that we can actually check in. And then we got to figure out what to do for 3 hours in Melbourne Airport. Spoilers, get breakfast. And then I'm going to try and figure out if we can at least be sitting together on this trans-Pacific flight, and if there's any earlier flights we can get out of Los Angeles, because right now we're spending 8 hours there. It doesn't say anywhere what it is or purports to do.
Yeah.
It just says it's an essence of kangaroo.
It's a good point. It doesn't, if it doesn't have actual ingredients to say this is what it is.
There's
you're
no
making an
ingredient.
assumption.
There's no ingredients list on
You
it.
could just call it anything could be in there.
I've had it before though.
Have you?
Yeah, but I ended up really not liking it.
Why's that?
Made me a little jumpy.
That's too bad.
So mad. We had so much time to kill, so we went and looked at all the souvenirs. There's a sort of an inter-airport battle to get the best deal on Tim Tams. Best one we found, I think, was 6 packs for $24, which beat the 4 for $22 that was outside security. So, good job, whoever you were. We didn't buy any because we got enough Tim Tams already. later, we're coming into land in Los Angeles.
Hooray.
This was I didn't sleep as much, but the flight experience was a lot more pleasant.
Yeah, go Virgin Australia. Your plane is nice. Your planes are nice.
Also, we had extra space.
That's right.
So much room for activities.
Like sleeping.
Like sleeping. So here's an update. After arriving in LAX and nearly losing Beej in border control because he got bounced around to like 3 different stations because of clerical issues, none of them his fault. We checked in to our flights. They could not be moved any earlier. We leave when we leave. So we're at LAX for 6 hours. But as you can see, we are in the Delta Club because we got to our terminal and there were no seats. Everyone was sitting on the floor. We can't do that for 6 hours. And so I went to say, hey, how do I get in here? And I don't have the flight threshold for it, but you can also just pay. And it's expensive, but amortized over 6 hours, it's not bad. And they gave us a deal, which was very kind of them.
I intend to get my money's worth, mainly by having a shower, because they got showers in here.
They have showers, they have a serve yourself bar, as you can see behind. They also have coffee, which is what I'm going to start with. I'm going to go coffee, shower, then I'll see the bar. And there's a buffet and chairs with power. And it's, if I have to be at LAX for 6 hours, at least this. This is everything I've ever wanted to have on a really long layover after a 15-hour trans-Pacific flight. Airport shower. I feel amazing. But I've got the camera propped up on my towel, so I need to not be recording. That was terrific. I feel so much better. Now I'm gonna go have some food and check out the bar. Delightful.
You know, I realize this is probably the first time I've been nude in an airport. Entirely for reasons I wanted.
Kathleen has observed that all the music they're playing in the lounge sounds like video game soundtracks. This is the tropical level.
Mm-hmm.
Previously we had RPG Village. It sounds like Donkey Kong Country.
I know.
That flute. All right, it's 8:15 p.m. We've just landed in Seattle, so we're so close and yet so far. It's about a half-hour flight from here to Victoria, but that half-hour flight doesn't start boarding for another 2.5 hours. Luckily, quite like the Seattle airport, it's a fine place to kill time. 2.5 hours still, but should be all right. And they have a Qdoba now? That's nice.
They have booze here, beer and wine.
They serve craft beer at Starbucks? Seattle gets all the weird Starbucks pilot projects. Starbucks evenings. They have a pretty good selection of craft beers. That's so weird. We're off
It
the
smells
plane.
so good.
It smells amazing. I know I've said this before in my vlogs, but it smells like home.
Yeah, that West Coast air. Nothing quite smells like it.
I'm gonna go home and put my butt on everything.
It's got like a little bit. It's just like very crisp and clean, and it smells like the ocean out here, right?
Ben's butt?
No, the air. It smells wet and salty, but in a good way.
So yeah, thanks for joining us for
Wow,
this.
this has probably been just an epic video.
I guess.
We'll see.
We'll see.
It's long.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating. All right, future Ben. I'm gonna say this video is about 35 to 40 minutes.
Oh, I'm actually thinking, considering how much Graham shot, 45 to 50 minutes.
I don't know if I want to make an hour-long loading time.
I
I'll
want
do my
30
best.
minutes.
Yeah.
No, make it an hour long. Make it in 2 parts.
We'll find out what happened. Well, you already know, but we'll find out how long it is when we see it. But for now,
Good night.
good night. Goodbye.
Good night.
Woo! G'day, welcome to Dingo Hut. We've got plenty of corrugated iron, some sort of campsite, and B just spotted a unique pink-necked bird across the way. B, show 'em.
We got to be very quiet, or else it's gonna fly off. Take a look, right through the bush. Hell of a specimen.